Hello and welcome back to another video. This is a video response to Lee Chapman, and basically asks the question, which games have given you value for money? So if you've not heard of Lee before, definitely check out the link down below. Thoroughly nice chap, local boy, so well worth checking out. Great variety of content, pickups videos which I know you all love, one life gameplays, collection overviews. There's a lot to see there and a lot to like. So which games have given me the most value for money? I probably could have chosen 100 games, but I've just chose 5, pretty much randomly from my collection. So we'll start with the first one, and that's Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Now this is actually my original copy. My parents bought me this, I believe it was in 1990 for Christmas, along with the Game Boy. We were actually discussing this the other day about how expensive it was back then, that the Game Boy was £100, it was $99.99, and the games were like 30 to 40 quid each. But this is one title that I've played to death. I can't even comprehend how many times I've completed this game in my lifetime. Literally, when I first got back into my retro gaming again, I got my Game Boy out, stuck this game in, played it from start to finish, lost 3 lives. You know, the muscle memory and the nostalgia involved with this title is just insane. And basically, when I got my Game Boy in December, I got this and Tetris. And my birthday was in September when I bought Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because I didn't get the ninja thing over here. So for 9 months, all I played was Tetris and Super Mario Land, and I was as happy as a pig in muck. So this is probably my favourite game of all time, and it's probably the game I've had the most value for money out of. So second up is a Mega Drive title, and it's Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 96. Now if anyone's watching this who's actually friends with me in the real world, certainly, you know, during the 90s, we would have played this together a hell of a lot, because I used to carry my Mega Drive around with me all the time, take it to people's houses, 4 joypads. There was no need for a multiplayer adapter, even though I did have one because it had the extra cartridge ports in the cartridge itself, and just such a fantastic game. If you own a Mega Drive and you've never played Micro Machines, you owe it to yourself to check out this game. Thousands and thousands of hours have been spent on this. People used to get really annoyed with me because I played it that much. I was almost unbeatable. The only way you could really win was by cheating, although obviously I was also pretty good at knocking you off the track as well. So that's the second game. The third game is a Neo Geo AES title, and it's Last Resort. Now I paid £100 for this, and you've got to be thinking, how can you get value for money out of that? Well, I'll tell you how I can. This is the most played Neo Geo game I've got. Literally, whenever anybody comes over and get the chance, stick this on. Bit of 2-player action, fantastic shooter, brutally difficult, but there's a lot of enjoyment to be had out of this, and it's the game I bought a Neo Geo for. When I played this on my PSP emulation, I was like, I need to get a Neo Geo, I need to get this Last Resort game. And it took me probably 18 months, 2 years, between wanting it and actually acquiring it, but as soon as I did, I knew it was a decision I was never going to regret. So that's Last Resort. Fourth game is for the PlayStation 2. I tried to vary the systems, and it's Grand Theft Auto 3. This is the game I got my PlayStation 2 for, really. And certainly when I went into game when I bought my PlayStation 2 brand new, I've told the story a few times, but maybe I've not told it to you. I was looking around at the games, and this little kid come up to me. He was about 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old, and he says, "You get buying a PlayStation 2? You buying a PlayStation 2?" I says, "Yeah, I am." He says, "You've got to get Grand Theft Auto 3. You've got to get Grand Theft Auto 3. It's brilliant. You can murder people, you can steal cars, you can do this, you can do that." I thought, that sounds like my kind of game. So that was Grand Theft Auto 3, and for about the first month, I didn't have a memory card. So every night when I got back home from seeing my girlfriend or whatever, probably 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I ended up sitting up till like 3 or 4 in the morning playing this before having to go to work, which killed me, but I ended up completing this game 100%. I think the last level was actually you had to get on board of some sort of big ship and kill somebody, have a sniper rifle, from vague memory, but completely astounding when this first come out, and literally hundreds and hundreds of hours spent playing this title. So the last game I'm going to talk about is for the Xbox 360, and it's Tropico 3. Now, I used to be massively into my 360. I had a 7 next to my name because I had Xbox Live even when it was on the original Xbox. And people that I used to play with all the time, or be in party chats with all the time, they were just gobsmacked really when I got this game, because I no longer wanted to play anything else. I was hooked to this for months and months and months. I have bought the 4th game in the series. It's still sealed, basically because I've got more games than sense at this point in time. But this title seen so many hours of playtime from me, and everything about it is just brilliant. The music itself, I remember my boiler went wrong and I had to stay in for the day while the people literally spent about 4 or 5 hours here taking it all apart, replacing all the parts and putting it back together. And even, you know, the service engineers in my kitchen, they were singing along to the music on this game. It does actually tell you what sort of music it is. It's a Latin soundtrack, and it's very addictive, and this is just a thoroughly brilliant game. If you're a fan of like SimCity type affairs, I totally recommend this title. So that's it. I thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon.